Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Chinese bhel. It is one of the first dishes I actually learned when I went into my mother-in-law's kitchen, and this is what she made, and I was like, wow, I've never had a Chinese bhel before, and I learned it that first time and I simply loved it and I keep making it. Today I'm going to be adding a twist to the recipe by making it cheesy-licious. I'm going to be tossing the Pudina chutney along with Britannia's roasted garlic cheese spread. It tastes really creamy and delicious, and then also tossing the bhel along with some Britannia cheese block. So without wasting any time, let's just dive right in and I'll show you how to make it. So the first step is to cook the noodles for the Chinese bhel. Chinese bhel is made with noodles tossed along with Asian roasted vegetables, and then here I'm going to be topping it with some cheesy chutney and cheese as well. So first we'll cook the noodles, and the noodles has to be just half cooked, not fully cooked, okay? And it's very important that once you see the noodles softening and it starts splitting in the water and then resting, take it out immediately and rinse it, because that's when it's half cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and add the noodles in boiling water. We'll sprinkle some salt. Notice that the noodles have split and have also softened and have spread itself in the pan. At this stage, turn off the heat, and then I'm going to drain out the hot water and then rinse it in cold water. And after that, we'll toss it in a little bit of oil and then we'll deep fry it. So now that I have my cooked noodles, I'm going to deep fry it in oil. I typically do use an air fryer to sort of crispen the noodles because it's really quick and it's healthier too. But if you don't have an air fryer, so I'm showing you the deep fry method. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly and slowly add this into the preheated oil. And we'll deep fry the noodles on medium heat until it becomes nice golden brown and crisp. So you have to deep fry it in batches, and as and when after it gets golden brown and crisp, you drain it out onto paper rolls and then proceed to fry the remaining batch. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So notice that the noodles have crispened and turned golden brown. You have to take it out immediately because the noodles will continue to cook in the heat after you sort of take it out. As soon as you start to see it turn brown, take it out, put it in the paper towel, and then fry the remaining batch. So I'll just do that. All right, the last batch of the fried noodles are ready. Now I'm going to make a cheesy Pudina chutney and then stir fry the vegetables. So now to make the cheesy Pudina chutney, I'm going to be adding everything into my mixer grinder. So I'm just going to add in the chopped fresh Pudina leaves. So I have some garlic and some ginger, some roasted peanuts, green chilies, so a bit of sugar, now some salt, some water, and finally I'm going to add in the Britannia's roasted garlic cheese spread, which is going to add a nice creaminess to the Pudina chutney. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it. And what I'm going to do now is to blend it, and then our chutney will be ready. All right, the chutney is done and I can't wait to taste it. It looks nice and creamy. Just perfect. Nice and creamy, and love that hint of the cheese from the Britannia roasted garlic cheese spread. It gives a perfect blend of flavors. By the way, did you know that Britannia's cheese spread has 6 different variants, and each one of them is packed with flavors. And the best part is they're so versatile that they can be used as a spread over toast. They spread like magic. I even use it to make dips and chutneys like this, as well as toss it in pastas as well. So now my next step is to toss in the vegetables with some Asian sauces, and then we'll be ready to put the Chinese bhel together. Now for the roasted vegetables for the Chinese bhel. Into my preheated pan, I'm going to drizzle in some oil. This will add in the garlic, chopped garlic, and the chopped ginger, some onions, and capsicum. We'll saute this for a few seconds and then we'll add in the remaining vegetables and then toss them all together until it gets power cooked. As in, they'll have a slight crunch to it, but at the same time they'll be cooked. Notice that the onions and capsicum have slightly started changing color and they've also started sweating a bit. At this stage, I'm going to go ahead and add in my remaining vegetables, from the green beans to the carrots and some cabbage. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some salt and we'll toss all of them. I'm going to cover the pan so it gets cooked faster, and I'm going to toss all of them until it's just about done. Okay, I want that little crunch in the vegetables at the same time to be a little soft. So I'm just going to wait for that. So just cover the pan a little bit and then so that it cooks a little faster. So this looks perfect. I've been tossing the vegetables intermittently in between and notice that it has softened and shrunk in size and it's got that crunch. At this stage, I'm just going to go ahead and toss in the sauces. I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of the soy sauce and then the red chili sauce. Okay, so this looks well combined now. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat and keep this aside to cool, and while it's cooling, I'm going to grate the Britannia cheese block and then we'll be ready to assemble the Chinese Bhel. So I'm ready to grate the Britannia cheese block, and there you go. Ensure that whenever you grate a Britannia cheese block, it's nice and chilled, because then you'll get beautiful shaving. And this is something that I love about the Britannia cheese. It grates really well. And just one tip, ensure that the cheese block is nice and chilled and it's from the refrigerator, so you get beautiful shavings of the cheese. Great, so now that I've finished grating it, I'm all set to sort of put the bhel together. So when you start putting together the Chinese bhel, it needs to be eaten almost immediately, just like a regular bhel, right? So if you have fried noodles kept and you want to make a small portion, just make small portions at a time so you can keep serving fresh, crispy Chinese bhel. So let's get started. So into my pan, I'm just going to take one set of fried noodles and just slightly break it. Okay, and we'll just toss it up. Beautiful, I love this crispy noodles. Adds a great taste into a Chinese bhel. I'm just going to take in a little more and then break it up. It's just perfect. So this is a crispy bhel mix, and I'm going to go ahead and add in the Asian roasted vegetables. To this, I'm just going to go ahead and drizzle in the cheesy Pudina chutney. It looks so good. And a little more of the sweet and spicy red chili sauce and some date chutney. There you go. Finally, I'm going to add in the Britannia cheese that we grated and the spring onions. I'm going to toss all of this together until it gets well combined, and after that, just serve it immediately. Yummy. All the flavors in one. Sweet, spicy, tangy, and cheesy and crunchy. Isn't that a perfect snack? So I hope you enjoyed watching the recipe of how to make the cheesy Chinese bhel. And so the next time you have some friends over for a party or you want to make a special weekend snack, you must try this recipe because it's absolutely delicious. It has all the flavors packed in just like I described. And when you do, don't forget to take a snapshot of it and share your cheesy kitchen moments with us. So until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.